Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is BYDALESMITH. For my new viewers, thank you for joining. In my last video, I broke down the checklist you need before entering the express entry pool as a Canadian graduate, and today we're doing a part 2, which is going to be a full step-by-step CRS calculator walkthrough, and I'll be using a sample Canadian graduate profile so you can see exactly how the scores are being calculated. And please note that this is not a guarantee, it's like an estimate, but it would really help you understand where you stand. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So the first thing you want to do is open up your browser. You can go to Google and type in CRS score calculator. Mine is already in my history, so it just pops up easily. Alternatively, you can go directly to the Canada website where there are different options available. But I'm just going to click on the first result here, which brings me here. Now you can see right here, CRS calculator. There are also other sections like what is CRS score and when to use this tool. All of this information is available on the Canada IRCC website. For easy navigation, you can always use the search bar to find exactly what you're looking for. For example, if I type in CRS calculator again, you will see all related results pop up. The Express Entry Check Your Score option is highlighted because I've visited it before. So we're going to click into the first one, which is the CRS criteria that we are looking for. Now, this page explains the comprehensive ranking system, but since we're trying to calculate a score, we'll go ahead and click on CRS Calculator. Once you get here, you'll see a legal disclaimer. You can watch the video if you want, but we're going straight into the questions. The first question is, what is your marital status? You'll see a list of options, just pick the one that applies to you. For this example, we're using a graduate profile, so we'll assume this person is single. Next, how old is this person? We're going to use 25 years old because that's around the age where you get the maximum points. Like I mentioned in my previous video, once you pass 30, you start losing points gradually. Next, what is your level of education? We're going with the highest level, which is a master's degree for this example. They also explain what counts as your highest level of education. You'll also notice where ECA comes into play. If your education was completed outside Canada and hasn't been verified, it may not count here. The next question, have you earned a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate? Your highest degree doesn't always have to be from Canada, so this question is separate. Since we're using a Canadian graduate profile, we'll select yes. You can also read the notes here to confirm if your situation qualifies. Now moving on, choose the best answer to describe your Canadian education. This is just asking you to confirm the level of education you obtained in Canada. Since we selected Masters earlier, we'll stick to that. Next, official language proficiency. This is where your language test comes in. We select yes, and remember, your results must be less than 2 years old. Then it asks, which language test did you take? We have different options, but the most common one is CELPIP General. For this example, we're selecting the highest scores across all categories: speaking, listening, reading, and writing, just to see how it affects the score. Next is, do you have results for a second official language? This is where French comes in because this is the second official language in Canada. If you've taken a French test or have French proficiency, it can boost your score. But for this example, we will select no. Now moving to Canadian work experience. This asks, in the last 10 years, how many years of skilled work experience in Canada do you have? This must be paid work, full-time or equivalent part-time, done while physically present in Canada under a skilled NOC or tier category that is, within 0, 1, 2, 3. For this example, we will use 1 year since this is typically enough to qualify and get full points for a Canadian graduate. Next is your foreign work experience. This is work experience outside Canada, and we'll assume this person has 3 years or more of skilled work experience from their home country. And next is certificate of qualification. This applies mostly to trades. It doesn't apply here, so we select no. Next, valid job offer, LMIA supported or exempt. This must be full-time, non-seasonal, supported by LMIA if required. For this example, we will select no. Next, provincial nomination. If you have a provincial nomination, you get 600 points. You get up to 600 points, so to speak, but this candidate doesn't, so we select no. And the next thing is, do you have a sibling in Canada who is a PR or citizen? This can also boost your score. They must be 18 or older, related by blood, adoption, or marriage. For this example, we will select no. And now we calculate the score. For the results, all candidates are scored out of 1,200 points under the CRS system. And the different parts that it covers is firstly, the core human capital factors. For this particular candidate, their age, which is 25 years, got them 110 points. Education, master's is the highest level, they have 135 points. Language, we also selected the highest band for each of the categories, and this gives them 136 points. Canadian work experience also was a year, and then they have 40 points. So for the core human capital factors, we have a total of 421 points. For spouse factors, we selected single, so everything here is 0. And then we have skill transferability. Education plus language gives them 50 points. Education plus Canadian experience gives them 25 points. Foreign experience plus language gives them 50 points. Certificate of qualification, which we selected no, gives them 0 points. So the total here is 100 points. And then we have additional points, which includes Canadian education. We selected masters here, and it gives them 30 points. For provincial nomination, we said no, so that's 0 points. They have no siblings, and French, they also do not have the French language. And so they get a total of 30 points under here. And when you add everything together, it comes to 551. That gives this candidate a CRS score of 551. And like you can see, every single answer you input either adds points, removes points, or gives you 0. So accuracy really matters when you're filling this. Okay, guys, so that's exactly how the CRS calculator works step by step. And so before you stress about draw scores, just make sure all the inputs are accurate. Okay? Yeah. And if you want, comment boost below and I can do a part 3 on the fastest ways you can boost your Canadian CRS scores. And if this video has been helpful, like, share with a friend that needs this, and subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye.